I never thought the person I admired the most would be the one to destroy everything I built. My name is Daniel, and for 5 years, I worked under a man named Marcus Hale. To the world, Marcus was a legend, a brilliant entrepreneur, a master strategist, the kind of leader people quoted in magazines and admired from a distance. But to me, he was more than that. He was my mentor, my guide, the man who promised that one day we would build something great together. And for a long time, I believed him. Everything changed the morning I walked into the office and found Marcus sitting at my desk, going through my work. But not just any work. He was reading the confidential prototype I had been designing for months. My algorithm, my idea, my dream project. When he looked up at me, he didn't even look guilty. He just smiled, almost as if he had been waiting for me to catch him. I asked him what he was doing. He said, "Relax, Daniel. I'm just helping refine your concept." But I knew something felt off. His tone, his expression, the way he closed the folder right when I walked in. That was the first red flag. The second came a week later, when Marcus invited me to a special presentation for the board members. He told me to sit quietly, take notes, and let him do the talking. I didn't think much of it. He was my mentor. Why wouldn't I trust him? But the moment the lights dimmed and the projector turned on, my heart stopped. On the screen was my work, my algorithm, my design, my months of effort. Marcus stood proudly in front of the board saying, "This is my latest innovation. I believe it will revolutionize our entire platform." Not a single mention of my name. Not a single credit. He took everything. And I sat there, frozen, unable to breathe. That night, I went home and sat in the dark for hours. I had no anger, no tears, just disbelief. How could the man I trusted more than anyone do this to me? But the worst part wasn't what he did. It was what he did next. 3 days later, HR called me in. They said there had been complaints about my performance. Complaints that Marcus himself had filed. He told them I was falling behind, that I wasn't contributing, that I was emotionally unstable. They put me on probation. I walked out of that office shaking, not because I was scared of losing my job, but because I realized Marcus had planned this all along. He stole my work and then tried to erase me completely. But he didn't know one thing. I wasn't going to disappear quietly. When I got home, I opened my old laptop, the one Marcus didn't know I still had. It contained every version of my algorithm, every draft, every test result, all time-stamped long before Marcus even heard about the project. But evidence wasn't enough. I needed something stronger, something that would expose him publicly. So I did something risky. I went back to the office after hours. The building was empty, silent, the kind of silence that makes your heartbeat sound loud. I walked straight to Marcus's office and searched. I knew he kept everything, notes, emails, files, and he was sloppy when he felt untouchable. Inside one of his drawers, I found exactly what I needed. A printed email thread between Marcus and a board investor discussing my algorithm months earlier. He wrote things like, "Daniel doesn't need to know yet. I'll take full credit at the launch. He's too naive to question it." That was it, the final piece, proof that he planned the betrayal from the start. But I didn't leak it yet, not until I finished the final part. I improved my algorithm, made it better than ever, and uploaded it to a public innovation forum under my own name. The moment it went live, the tech world went insane. Everyone was talking about it. And when Marcus tried to present my version at the official launch, he was humiliated. The investors confronted him. The board turned against him. Screens behind him lit up, showing my public release, dated a week earlier. They asked why my name was on it and not his. He froze. For the first time, Marcus Hale, the man who always had the perfect answer, had nothing to say. Within 48 hours, he was removed from his position. His reputation shattered, his career over. And me? I received an offer from the investors themselves, a new position, a team, and full rights to continue my work. But the truth, revenge, didn't make me happy. It didn't fix the betrayal. It didn't erase the pain. What it did was teach me something I'll never forget. Sometimes the people you look up to are the ones standing on your shoulders. And when they kick you down, you rise higher than they ever expected. Because betrayal breaks you, but revenge rebuilds you.